Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to How to Escape. This is Rawrina, and today I have a coolant leak in my 2013 1.6 liter Ford Escape. Here I have a pressure test kit that I rented from Advanced Auto, and my specific leak is in this area, in this rat's nest of hoses. And this kit helped me find it in 10 minutes, whereas the previous night I had spent 5 hours looking for it and couldn't find it. I'll be showing you a tutorial on how to use a pressure test kit on your Ford Escape, as well as any other car. In this video, we're going to show you how to use a pressure test kit to find coolant leaks. So just to touch off, our cap that we're going to be removing and replacing with one of these adapters is right there on our coolant overflow reservoir. Please note, as you use this, when you start pumping air into the system to pressurize it, your fluid will push out. So as you see here, there's a low capacity. You're going to need to get a drip pan and put it under your car where you think the leak's coming from, as well as have some extra coolant ready. For this video, you will obviously need some coolant, your tester kit, as well as access to your overflow tank, and any other access that you may want. Please note at this point we've already removed the wipers and cowl, air intake box, the engine cover, and the middle section of the air intake duct. Let's start by inspecting the cap for pressure and sealing details. Something to note real quick when first looking at the cap on your reservoir, it says obviously do not open it when the fluid is hot. Read your manual to note the max pressure. We're going to be talking PSI with this video. This says do not exceed 21 PSI to this system. That's probably for the sensitivity of the hoses and some of the connections. So that is also why you have the defined green, yellow, and red zones with the air pump that comes with this pressure test kit. All right, so here we're going to take off our cap. We're going to look in. Right off the bat, you can see that there's a slot, a hole that goes right through and down through that straw essentially that goes to the bottom of the tank. That's your overflow hole when you go to refill this reservoir when the cowl's on. Now when you screw the cap on, you have the inner face below that slot that the O-ring of the cap seals to. That is this main O-ring right here. So when we put these adapters on, it's going to be an adapter with a pass-through hole for the air and the pressure to come through, and you're going to be below that slot so it stays pressurized. Now let's talk about the pressure kit itself. So this is the kit that I rented from Advanced Auto. In the instruction booklet that comes with it, it says which ones should work for Ford vehicles. I will say that none of them actually worked super well with the radiator cap on our 13 Escape. The closest match actually was this orange number 5, which is actually meant for a BMW. So the threads don't necessarily tighten up, but the O-rings seal very well along that interface below that vent so that the system stays pressurized, and I didn't have to pump it up a whole lot to find my leak. So I will say that this specific kit was not actually a great fit for our car, but the principles still apply, and I'm still going to be showing you how to use this tool because I was able to make it work. Now let's get into how to set up and use your coolant pressure test kit. First, when everything's cooled down, remove your fill cap. Next, select the adapter that best fits the sealing insides as well as the threading of the fill cap for your coolant tank. Here we're going to install the adapter, and then just like any other pneumatic fitting or connector, slide the collar back and then slide it over the quick connect fitting on the adapter. View the gauge while pumping pressure into the tank. Make sure to stay within the 21 PSI limit if you have a smaller leak. Keep doing this and adding fluid as needed so you don't push air through the lines. Because of the leak, the needle will drop. Tips for finding leaks include: 1. As long as the lines are cool, follow all rubber hoses and feel for wetness or light spray even in areas you can't see. 2. Listen for any hissing, bubbling, dripping, or trickling. With the engine off, noise can give away the location as well. 3. Use multiple lights to shine under, around, and behind hard to reach and see areas. And finally, keep an eye on the fluid level and refill as necessary until you find the leak. After some searching, it came clear that the leak was on the rear side of your engine block, where the water outlet behind the bypass solenoid connects to the blockhead itself. Alright, well that wraps up how to use the pressure test kit to find your leak quickly. The 10 minutes with this kit sure beat the 5 hours I spent the night before blindly reaching around with everything super hot and the engine running. I would recommend a kit like this or something similar. You could probably even make your own if you wanted to. You just need to keep that seal at the cap and be able to introduce pressure. Again, don't exceed 21 PSI. If you thought this was helpful, please give it a like, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and check us out on the Rawrina mobile app. Let us know what you think below, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.